This week on God Code, we talk television, movies you love, and movies you hate. But first, we want to know, what were some of your favorite television shows?
My favorite TV show is probably, that's hard. I have too many. I like New Girl, Gotham, Arrow.
You know, one I got really tuned into is like the Mountaineer guys. They run around looking for the ginseng. That's it's hilarious. It's dangerous, it's crazy, but it's hilarious, you know, fighting over ginseng.
Ever since I was a kid, I used to memorize the TV Guide, which was a book that used to come out once a week, and I would actually take a Sharpie and I would black out all the shows I wasn't going to watch so that only the shows that I did watch were on.
I'm gonna give some free advice here, so write this down.
All right, right. I'll take notes.
I don't want to word it proper because I almost said old married women, but married housewives with no lives watch soap operas, not teenage kids.
Correct.
Jane the Virgin. Nope, I don't. Just not in my, style of Jane the Virgin. Is she a virgin or she's trying not to be a virgin?
It's this mixed messages thing. That mixed messages thing's always around. So you should really be taking responsibility. But hey, we don't want you to take too much responsibility. We only want you to take responsibility on the things we want you to do.
I don't think she's a virgin.
You don't want your dinero.
Well, Arrow's just amazing. You have everything in Arrow. You got action.
Is that the one with the guy who dressed up in a mask and run around in some leotards? Yeah, I watched like 20 episodes of it.
You got really good action.
And I was like, oh, it looks like something interesting. So after you watch one show, you watch the next one, you're like, okay, I ain't gonna stop at 2 because I want to see what happened in 3. And then I don't want to stop at 3 because I want to see what happened in 4. Then the next thing you know, 4 hours later.
And you got more action. So it's the whole fiesta of action.
Is there action in Arrow?
I think there's like, yeah.
Nice.
That movie, The Interview, I think that movie was, I tried to watch some of that movie. It was so stupid. The movie, The Interview, was so stupid. I think the reason why North Korea was actually banning that movie is because it was that bad.
Yeah, they were all right. Twilight movies, they were okay. I don't feel the need to ever watch them again or acknowledge their existence.
I don't watch Twilight personally, but I do think, once again, not to play the moral issue that much, is you got all these great-looking men like Nick Murphy running around as vampires and little teeny boppers like, or not Nick Murphy. That's weird. That was intentional. So maybe I'm not Nick Perry. These great-looking men like Nick Perry running around like vampires, and teeny girls are like, oh wow, I love him.
The idea that this young girl would give up her entire life to go hang out with Diamond Boy or whatever it is, the shiny guy, it's absurd. I mean, werewolves and vampires fighting, that should not involve romance in any way, shape, or form. Just let the werewolves fight.
I've seen Hunger Games and Divergent, unfortunately.
I've seen the Hunger Games, not Divergent.
And Divergent, my fiance made me watch, and I thought it was the worst movie ever made. I didn't like it.
There's a sequel coming out for that?
Oh, I can't wait for the sequel.
So I think a Hunger Games is a reflection of how people see life. And then you can see that other movies have tried to copy that, like Divergent, which is the broke Hunger Games.
I lived off of Star Wars. That was good, bad, evil, fighting good, good turned evil, incestuous father, crazy relationships.
It's a real movie. It has actual morals. It has a point. I would rather my kids watching that than Jane,
a soap opera.
Jane the Fake Virgin.
Yeah, she's not even real.
Hey, she's a liar.
Yeah. Just go to Lake of Fire,
And that never changes. So no matter what our culture is promoting, no matter what our culture says is good and right, God has already established what's good and right, and it has to do with his love, with his holiness, with who he is as a being. And we can always navigate our lives by God's code.